Louisville, Kentucky, back on Saturday night, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got Sticker granddaughter. She got her Uncle Paul's Beatles Pop Playhouse shirt on. It's gonna be the moderator, and we got
Don't touch me.
a second appearance from a short appearance from Sticker Teenager. Did you go swimming today, buddy?
I wish I didn't.
Yep, you sure did.
I wish I didn't.
Yeah, you had a good time. So what's going on out there? About 90 degrees here today, is that correct?
It was earlier, but the rain dropped it down.
They had a new survey of the most exciting and the most boring cities to live in the United States, large cities, and good old Louisville was in the boring cities number 12. Number 1, Jacksonville, Florida was number 1, and Lexington, Kentucky was number 13 as far as being boring, and Indianapolis was number 16. On the most exciting cities to live in the USA, number 1 was Atlanta, Georgia. That's where Rick Beato lives. Number 2 was Miami, 3 is St. Louis, 4 was Orlando, Florida, and 5 was New York City, close to Mikey Arugula. Number 10 was San Francisco. I've been there many a times. Can I look at that, please?
Wolfie Baby waved. T-shirt Express said, "I'll be there. You just better be there." Mikey, you want to say something?
Mikey Arugula's in the house?
He said hi.
All right, Mikey's in the house.
Polly said, "Hi, Stickermania family and everyone out there tonight."
Mikey, I never thought I'd get a hold of another one of these today, but I did. I don't know how many of these are in the world, but it can't be many. Second State Butcher cover with a pink interior. The Stereo West Coast number 5. This one's got a name wrote on the back, Sunny. Real nice spine. Pretty good edges, a little crackling on the crackling wear on the bottom. It's pretty cool that the butcher cover is peeking through on that top edge where it was misaligned, the slick.
Uncle Paul said, "Everyone looking good. Sticker family T-shirt."
Can you see the V-neck? Change the lights for you a little bit. Hopefully you can see it. It's there. So if you're interested in that one with a pink interior, Mikey Arugula's already got one, so he's out of the running. Get a hold of me at Mr_Stickermania@yahoo.com.
Say hi to Uncle Paul.
How you doing, Uncle Paul? And the price of one that I sold to Mikey Arugula was $1,500.
Yeah, Mikey said crazy and it's hard to see, which I couldn't see it either. I tried to look on the...
What, the V-neck?
Yeah.
I don't know if you have to change the light on it or what, but I mean, when you're in person, you can see it plain as it can be.
Yeah, it just doesn't show up on the...
You can see the pant legs down here, and you see John Lennon's head on the butcher cover sneaking through it right there by the shoulder.
Yeah, it's hard to see on it. It's real hard.
One of us said hi there. A little bit of scorn said hello, Sticker Clinton.
How you doing, Patricia?
Looks like a butcher cover night.
Just show them here at the beginning.
Dave Evans said, "Good evening, Sticker family." Hope
How you doing, Dave Evans? And this is my West Coast that I didn't peel. Excellent peel, number 6, Los Angeles, 1966 mono. No writing on the back. All the spine. It's not aligned completely, but it's all there. All the spine printing.
This fell off the table.
And 1966 removed West Coast trunk slip that goes with it. and a capital, I got it over there in the goldenrod inner sleeve.
Greg Theo said, nice haircut, sticker kid.
All right, he likes your haircut.
And Mikey and Uncle Paul said, my hair looks good. Thank you.
Let's put the butchers away. The price on that West Coast peeled is $2,500. What's the value going to be in 10 years on butcher covers?
20 million.
Going to be a lot. All right, butcher covers off the table. Couple notes. They had a YouTube video today, Words of Wisdom, on who made more money than the Beatles did at the beginning. There's two people that made more money than the Beatles in 1964. Who were they? Little trivia question for you here at the beginning. Which two men, one from England and one from the United States, made more money than the four Beatles did in 1964? Any answers on that one?
Not yet.
There's always a little delay, you gotta remember that.
All right, this is the
Cliff.
stereo. What is it?
Cliff.
Cliff.
Cliff. Question mark.
No. The answers. Anybody else going to chime in there before I tell you the answers?
Ringo.
Not Ringo. He's one of the Beatles.
That was my answer.
Well, you're wrong. Do the t-shirt.
Engelbert Humperdinck.
1964.
Is it Engelbert Humperdinck?
No,
Oh,
no.
okay.
Do the whoopee.
Liberus.
What's Wolfie Baby say?
Liberus.
Liberace? No. Ricky Nelson? No. Lee Grade? No, but that's close. The answers are Dick James from England and Nicky Byrne from the United States. The Beatles lost out on, in today's money, of over $100 million on the Beatles merchandising when Brian Epstein signed 90% of the money away. Over $100 million. Nicky Byrne made a lot of money. Nicky Byrne and Dick James. All right, butchers are off the table. Can you take those glasses off there, please? We're going to do a trivia question to give away this Factory Seal 2022 2LP set, The Very Best of the Beach Boys, The Sound of Summer. A lot of single mixes and new mixes of their hit songs. I think there's 38, 16, 24, 30 songs on these 2 LP sets.
Ivan Music Man said, happy vinyl summer from Norway.
Ivan Music Man, how you doing? What date, here's a trivia question for you. What date this summer is Chapel Roan playing around you? She's playing twice. What's the date of the first concert?
September 19th.
Nope, it's in August.
August 21st.
Nope, it's a couple days before, one day before we head to Chicago. Sgt. Pepper.
That's when I start school.
Here's they made 2,000 of these lithographs, and this is a complete negative of the album cover before it was cropped, and you can see you got a Elvis Presley wax figure there that was taken out of the final shot of the Sgt. Pepper. It's pretty cool. Here's one to compare it with. Look how much more is over on this side on this cover. And you got some more over here on this side of the Sonny Liston. And you got the lamps showing there that was lighting up the album cover shot. Here's a trivia question. One of these people in the audience here sold his cardboard cutout at Heritage Auctions for a lot of money. What movie actor sold his cardboard cutout that was on the back of this, the original cutout that was on this photo?
Ivan said August 6th and
August 6th is correct. Also Norway.
Yeah, that's what he said.
You know how to say it better than me. You're local. All right.
Tony Curtis.
Tony Curtis. Man, who got that?
Mikey.
Mikey. Way to go, Mikey. And you're good, Mikey. Tony Curtis. Where we got Tony Curtis at?
He should have said that's not Elvis.
That's not Elvis. Who is it then? If it's not Elvis, he's got an Elvis jumpsuit on. Who is it then?
Me.
Well, I'm being misled. Who is this over here on this side? Got the Elvis jumpsuit on, the shoes,
You know it's Nick and Nick.
but he got his face all blocked out.
Nova's Nick said, hello, Frank is STICKERMANIA.
Here's Tony Curtis is right here in color. Right here below W.C. Fields.
Nova's Nick said,
He sold his cardboard cutout in the Heritage Auctions. I don't know if it went for $5,000, but it went for a lot of money. Maybe somebody out there will know how much it went for.
Ivan Music Man says Denmark, then Sweden.
Yep, and then she's going to Leeds and Reading in England.
Breakers of Trend said, you know when Mikey and Uncle Paul's in the stream, it's going to be good.
Huh, that's good.
T-Shirt Express said he's a faceless cowboy. I'll send you a picture of the dummy in the studio.
He's a faceless cowboy?
That's what he said.
All right. Well, I'm glad I learned something today. I thought it was always Elvis. Why did they take him out of the Sgt. Pepper's the album cover then? That'd be my next question.
You like Elvis?
A little bit, yeah. Let's do our trivia question while we got people in here. The very best of the Beach Boys, 2022, 2 LP set, factory sealed, made in the Czech Republic. Here's the 3 trivia questions concerning the Beach Boys. You want to hold on to that while I do the trivia question, please? Hold on to it right. You can do it. Good job. Question 1. In what year did the Beach Boys first form as a group? What year? Number 2. How many times were the Beach Boys on the Ed Sullivan Show? And number 3. How many number 1 hits did the Beach Boys have on the Billboard charts? Again, question 1. In what year did the Beach Boys form as a group? Number 2. How many times were the Beach Boys on the Ed Sullivan Show in the 1960s? Number 3. How many number 1 hits did the Beach Boys have on the Billboard charts?
Alright, there you go. Look at the answers. You got a couple.
Well, she's doing
Wolfie,
other
baby.
things.
Oh my god.
Don't piss me off.
I caught the moderator doing some other thing.
Because I
All
had
right.
something.
Leonardo. Is that the first answer?
No, it's
No,
Wolfie, baby.
Baby's the
Wolfie Baby. Where's it at?
You can't even read.
Wolfie Baby. No. Leonard. No. Gregory Fio. Gregory Fio is the winner.
Dang it. I wanted to be the winner.
1961, they formed. They were on the Ed Sullivan Show twice, and they had 4 #1 songs. Way to go, Gregory Field. We'll send that out to you. Their #1 songs on the Billboard charts were I Get Around, Help Me Rhonda, Good Vibrations, and Kokomo. Thanks to the Cocktail movie.
Do you get around?
I love the song I Get Around.
Greg P.O. said, woo, thanks, Frank.
You're supposed to say that better than that. He put it on.
Woohoo!
Exactly. He wanted you to explain
Thanks,
it.
Frank.
Way to go, Gregory Field.
I love the sarcasm.
Couple other
No
notes.
sarcasm.
The Oasis are doing 5 concerts in Manchester, England, where they grew up. There's 80,000 people at each show. My buddy Kevin doesn't understand the fascination with the Oasis concert. He played a little bit of the song Wonderwall. I said, that's one reason. He goes, well, that's just a simple song that's just nothing to it. And I said, well, that's probably why it's one of the biggest songs of all time. So simplicity doesn't hurt if, a rock and roll song. So their second best song, in my opinion, because it's like the Beatles song, Don't Look Back in Anger. There are 2 songs that Noel Gallagher samples part of or uses the same notes. 2 famous songs from the 70s. What are they? There's a little trivia question for you. At the beginning, it's just like some song, big hit from somebody that's related to what I love. And then at the middle part, there's another part that's kind of directly from another big hit song in the 1970s. Don't Look Back in Anger. I'm sure you guys can get the first part right. Right at the beginning of the song.
Greg feels I guess it pays to hang out with Carney Wilson and Blondie Chaplin.
Yeah, that helps.
Will go great with Pet Sounds 50th LP.
Yeah. Any answers on my Oasis?
No, but Ivan Music Man says Sticker Boy is the Flash.
You're the Flash.
Shut up.
This is Flash shirt. Come on, boy.
All right, here's my answers to the Don't Look Back in Anger on the Oasis. At the beginning of the song, the Don't Look Back in Anger, he directly uses some of the piano parts of Imagine by John Lennon. And in the middle part, they use just a few notes of All the Young Dudes by Mott the Hoople. So Noel Gallagher, just like any other artist, they do a little bit of stealing to make big hit songs. Paul McCartney even said they lifted some things for some of their early hits.
Elvin Massey said, hi Frank, I like the background picture to suit you.
Ellen.
Suit you live streams. Elvin.
Yeah, Elvin. Thanks, Elvin. My buddy Kevin from Kevin Records thinks that... You want to hold that up to the camera there, please?
No.
All right. Thanks for the help.
Say you're welcome.
My buddy Kevin from Kevin Records thinks that I should enter this in the Kentucky State Fair photographs competition next year. What do you think?
I think it's stupid.
Why not the one this year?
This is from... It's too late. You got to have registered early. This photo is from 1965 when the Beatles played the first big rock stadium show of all time at Shea Stadium.
Did you say that?
New Oasis rumor is that they are going to record a new album and that Noel Gallagher has already wrote many songs for his brother Liam to sing. UK... I got a lot going on behind me here. What? What's on my head? Get it all?
He put a sticker on your head.
Are you happy now?
No.
On the Billboard charts in the United Kingdom for next week, The number one song is DIOR. Don't know what that is, but I'll have to look into it. Number 3 is Love Me Not by Raven Lene. And number 5, Pink Pony Club, the single. Pink Pony Club, still hanging around. It's the summer song of summer of 2025. What do you think of that, Ivan? Do you like the Pink Pony Club song?
Kenzie was singing that in the kitchen yesterday.
Give me the signed
She
album.
was, so they probably doing something.
That's fine. Give me that. I've shown that before, and then give me the signed album. Chapel, a sign from Cincinnati in March 10th of 2024, and the lanyard VIP. And then the 2000, the Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess, signed by Chapel.
Give me a chaperone joke and then you can leave.
You got a chaperone joke? Careful! Wow, man.
That wasn't my fault.
It is.
I was literally on the line.
Well, I'm glad it wasn't a butcher
I'm
cover.
on the line.
You put the phone down when you're doing TV.
All right, T-shirt Express Polly sent me some pictures of a butcher cover number 4 that was peeled. So I guess I stand corrected. There must have been a few butcher covers that were pasted over. Maybe they were pasted over in LA. They were shipped out, some number 4s, to LA because they have a record with the number 1 that's a LA pressing. And they have the...
Don't touch me.
I'm not touching it, buddy.
Yeah, you would.
And the peeled number 4's got some space underneath the bench. So I guess instead of them destroying all of them, they sent some of them to LA where they were pasted over, and they have a number 4 on the back. But they have to be pretty rare as hen's teeth.
Okay, do you want me to read comments?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay. Records and Trends said, "Oh, that sucks." And Records and Trends also said, "Hey, Frank, do you know if Fest for Beatles fan is ever going to be in Memphis or Nashville?"
The Fest for Beatle fans is never, I don't think, ever going to be, because it's dying off in attendance, only in New Jersey and Chicago. I think I asked Mark Lapidus about that, and that's his only plans, are doing those 2 cities.
Greg Fields said, "Thinking about a red eye to Chicago."
You're going to go to Chicago, the Chicago Fest?
And Records and... Never mind. There's me.
We caught
Uncle
up?
Paul said, "As well as Man-Child, LOL."
Is what?
Man-Child.
Man-Child by Sabrina Carpenter. You got to give Sabrina Carpenter credit. She's 22, and she's touring the world and doing all the big festivals, and she's back to the USA. A busy, busy lady.
She was an actor. Johnny Ramone said, "Love the Sgt. Pepper lithograph."
Lithograph? Yes.
Records and Trends said, "You're just stopping me from playing the Mr. Moonlight thing, ain't you, Mikey?" Oh, that was to Mikey.
Yeah.
Ivan Music Man said, "Pearl Charles is my new music star from America."
Who is?
Pearl Charles.
Let me see it.
Pearl Charles.
Pearl Charles. I'll have to look into that. Sombro's my favorite one from New York. New York, right there near Mikey Arugula. He's 19 years old. We caught
Mikey, no. I'm trying to see, like, some of these are talking to each other. Greg Fio said, "Paul and Palm Desert, July 15th, pre-sale. Good luck on pre-sale."
And for that California show, Michael Nolan has already said what the prices are. The last row ticket for that, what is it, where's it at? It's in California. It's about the same place where they have, what's the desert concerts that they have in the desert?
Palm Desert?
Yeah, well, anyway, the worst ticket in the place goes for $500, and if you want to be up front in the front row, in the middle, or the front 2 rows, it's $17,000.
Okay, Uncle Paul says she's 26, not 22.
So, Chapel Roan's 26. Sabrina's 26. I think you need to check that. I think she's only 22. Coachella, yeah.
Oh.
Chapel's
Wolfie
26.
Baby.
Chapel's 26.
Wolfie Baby said, is that damage on right side of the Sgt. Pepper lethal on mannequin with no head?
Damage?
Mm-hmm.
There's no damage. What are we talking about? I just whited out there. There's no damage to it. That's the way the lithograph was made, the negative.
She's 26. She was born May 11th, 1999.
I'm wrong then. Sabrina Carpenter, same age as Chapel Roan. No, Chapel's 27 now, I think.
Let's do it. Yeah, they're right there.
Pretty young, though. That's my old theory, though, that the best music artists of the top 50 albums that we love from the history of rock music, pop music, they were all recorded from somebody from about 20 to 32 years old, a 10-year span.
Okay, you can continue.
All right, continue. Talked about the Butcher cover number 4 from Jacksonville. We talked about Dick James. Perry Cox. Can I have the brunch bag over there, dear?
What?
Or, sir? Mr. Sir.
What's a brunch
The brunch bag, right there. That's it. It's got the Beatles on it.
Can I go now?
Yeah, you can. Wait a minute, though. We did a trivia question. I saw her standing there, was playing on the radio. And I asked you, who was singing it?
Paul.
And how old was he when
20.
20.
Jeez, go
Good
ahead.
job.
Good job, dear.
Good job, man. You're learning some Beatle facts.
Don't call me dear.
Bye, dear.
Bye, dear.
Come back and say goodbye. Say bye to us. Perry Cox sold a Butcher lunchbox, 1965, Aladdin and thermos. Went off today. Not quite as good a shape because it had a broken handle as the ones I've sold. I've sold 3 of them in my lifetime, over $3,000, and his went almost for $3,000, $2,950. So way to go, Perry Cox. Gets a lot of money for things. All right, that's most of my notes. Let's show some more things.
Records and Trends said Macca started recording at my age. It's just crazy seeing I'm 14.
What is?
Macca started recording at my age, which is crazy seeing I'm 14. Said Records and Trends.
He's 14.
Yeah.
Yeah. McCartney was starting to write some hits, When I'm 64, and quite a few other songs when he was only about your age, 14, 15 years old. What do you think of Paul McCartney going out on tour? Closest he's coming here is Columbus, Ohio, and Nashville, Tennessee.
He's going on tour.
Yep. The Got Back Tour, the second part, United USA 2025.
Josiah Mitchell said, I'll follow the sun.
I Follow the Sun. Yeah, he recorded that when he was about 14 years old. Or not recorded, he wrote it.
You got new people in here today.
All right. So this Hit Parader magazine came out November of 1967, and it's got a Sgt. Pepper spoof on the cover with Peter Tork, Leslie Gore, whatever the lead singer of Question Mark and the Mysterians, and Annette Funicelli as the 4 Beatles. But if you go to the Sgt. Pepper, it's even got ads for Frank Zappa in the magazine. But the article for Sgt. Pepper, if I can just take a second to talk about this.
Was about that other thing.
A few words on Sgt. Pepper. They said it was already, the songs were already diminishing in popularity, and it wasn't as good as Revolver or Rubber Soul. And they said that, if you can believe this, they said the songs that weren't very good on Sgt. Pepper in the winter of 1967. They said Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, Getting Better, She's Leaving Home, and Being for the Benefit of Mr. Kite seemed to be a computerized assemblage of words and sounds. So they didn't like it, and that's just amazing. As early as in the winter of 1967, they were already starting to say some of the Sgt. Pepper wasn't that great. But they did say the Within Without You by George went on a little too much, which I kind of agree, but of course they say at the end that A Day in the Life was a masterpiece.
Greg Fields said, how much for the Sgt. Pepper Letho?
Sgt. Pepper Letho with the COA it's in a frame. That's $150 shipped.
Josiah Mitchell, this is about the All Follow the Sun. He said age of 16, I believe. Question mark.
Oh, maybe he was 16, but I thought he started Michelle and When I'm 64 earlier than that.
He also said, oh man, the original UK Mono Pepper is mind-boggling.
It is.
Craig Field said 1955 said, gotta run, good night. All
right.
Thanks.
Thanks for showing up. So I had this scrapbook from a long time. I don't know if I talked about it very much. A girl that lived in London, and this was her French notebook, but she kept a diary in here, and there's many interesting and autographs in here. I'll go through it. She's got some ticket stubs there at the beginning. I think that was for some Broadway plays in London. But then right there on the main page there, when you open it up, you got a nice picture of McCartney from Revolver. And you got 4 Beatle autographs. Yeah, I know that the Ringo is an original. I'm thinking the George Harrison might be original. And some of the others might be Neil Aspinall and Mal Evans. But it's got a lot of other autographs in here. I'm not sure about the John Lennon. What do you guys think of the John Lennon? I know the Ringo Starr doesn't look right, and I don't think the Paul McCartney looks right. All right, when we're to, she went and saw Oliver. There's a picture of the girl right there that did the Notebook.
The movie?
No, that's the French Notebook.
Okay.
She got a autograph of Brian Jones from the Rolling Stones, a penciled autograph of Brian Jones. And that is his autograph there on the bottom of the page. She got a Mick Jagger in here. She said that Pete Townsend took a cigarette out of that cigarette pack. And I might have lost the Mick Jagger.
Cigarettes. Records and Trends that Harrison McCartney wrote in Despite of All Danger at 15-16.
Wayne Fontana of Wayne Fontana and the Mindbenders. There's a Tony Hicks in here. There's a Adam Faith in here. And a Tony Hicks from the Hollies. Well, I don't know if I can find the Mick Jagger real quick. Let's see. There's a pretty cool, a little Rolling Stones fan club photo. That little pin back button down there. I've never taken it out of the scrapbook, but that's pretty darn rare. There's the Adam Faith autograph. And let's see if I can find the Mick Jagger and I'll be done with this scrapbook. There's the Brian Jones, and the Mick Jagger should be coming up. Yeah, I saw it earlier today. Doesn't look like I'm gonna find it right now. There it is. Mick Jagger when he was recording, a little penciled autograph. So that's a pretty cool little scrapbook.
PWC said, I heard that sometimes one Beatle would sign for all four. They would take turns doing that.
Yeah, George did a lot of times. He would sign all four Beatles. Now that could be all four Beatles signed by George Harrison. That'd be pretty cool if that's what it was. Let's look at that one more time. Because the George Harrison autograph looks right. What do you think? You think that George could have done all four autographs here? Alright, let's go. We got the, I showed this last time, we opened it up last time, the 2000, or the 1982 Beatles collection singles box set. All in unplayed condition. Andrew from Polygram Auction said a lot of these are audiophile single mixes of the Beatles songs. Notice that they all have a different picture sleeve than we're used to seeing of all the hit Beatles songs. That Let It Be looks about the same, but there's some of them look a lot different. Lady Madonna. There's one for Hard Day's Night. And there's a pretty cool picture sleeve for Help.
Yeah, they said the George looks great on that sign thing.
So the what? The George looks great?
That signature, yeah.
Yeah. It probably is a real George Harrison. George Harrison's autograph's got to be worth at least $1,500. My 1964 car mascot doll in the box. Mikey Arugula has one of these. Like I said last time, the original price in the Rams drugstore was $3.49 discount.
Records and Trends said, hey Frank, what's your opinion on Anthology?
Anthology, whether it's going to get released or not?
I don't know. They just said Anthology.
I think there's going to be a deluxe anthology on Disney Plus, or something's going to happen at Christmas time. Tom Green is the new president of Apple Records, and it won't be long before we get an announcement. We got to get the 2014 mono box set, the reissue put out first, which is next Friday.
Greg Vio's back. He said, Frank, 3 payments on Sgt. Pepper lithograph, okay, question mark.
Yeah, that's fine.
Records and Trends said just the albums in general, not the release.
Oh, he's talking about the anthology.
So this is Anthology 1. You want to find this is factory sealed. You want to get the ones that say printed in the UK right under the UPC. The USA pressings are not any comparable to the UK. And that brings me to my subject of UK presses. This is a A1B1 first press of Who's Next from 1970, or is it 71, in the United Kingdom. And there's no way that the US, when they got the master tapes, the copy of the master tapes over to the USA, they did not sound like this at all, as audiophile as these track records of first press. And the reissues they make now, Mazzy was talking about the reissue today of George Harrison's Greatest Hits 2 LP set, that it doesn't sound as good as the original singles, or the All Things Must Pass, the Phil Spector mix from 1970. My opinion is when these albums were cut from the freshly mastered tapes like this and Abbey Road and stuff. As time marches on, the master tapes can never sound that good again. And the only way you can hear the way the master tapes did at the beginning is to get original pressing. What do you think on that? Somebody's interested in this Who with the original polyline inner sleeve in excellent condition is $125 FedEx ship, 2-day ship. I have had real good luck lately with shipping things from FedEx in 2 days. Goes anywhere in the United States 2 days. I have to pay a little extra, but you know the United States Postal Service is not running real well at the moment. And that heat in the back of a truck when it's 90 degrees is a lot hotter than 90 degrees in the back of those postal trucks.
Okay, there's a bit of comments. Ivan said, Here Comes the Sun is one of my best Beatles songs.
Here Comes the Sun is the favorite Gen X, the young generation, their favorite Beatles song on streaming.
It's Sticker Kid's favorite.
Yeah.
LGG said, Greetings from Peru.
How you doing from Peru? We'll get some long ones. If you got any ladies like Patricia and Polly, and we got a few other ones, Nicole, and I'm not going to mention all the names, but we need a few more ladies. We only have like, shows them we only have like 1% are women now that watch our videos.
What about me?
Yeah, we used to have quite a bit.
Woofy Baby says, the book in the monobox reissue is supposed to be updated.
I didn't hear that the book was updated. Yeah. That book is pretty nice the way it is. I don't think they have to do too much updating to it.
Records and Trend says, I'm listening to Anthology 1 now. Anthology 1 cassette while watching this.
All right. He's 14 years old.
Yeah. Great.
At 30 years ago, you weren't alive when Anthology came out.
Greg Fields said the Threatless.
Said the what?
The Threatless.
Threatless. I don't know what that means.
Me neither.
Yeah. Oh, the Threedles. The Threedles. There were 3 Beatles in Anthology. The Threedles, not Threatless.
I mean, it says Threat and Less.
That was George and Paul were not getting along, but George was Handmade Films was going bankrupt. And he didn't want to lose his Friar estate, and he called Paul up and he said, it's time to do the Long and Winding Road project we've been talking about forever.
Ivan said, I'm lucky to have all 3 anthologies.
And the Long and Winding Road became my anthology. The what?
Ivan said, I'm lucky to have all 3 anthology Beatles on vinyl.
Are all yours UK presses or the USA presses? You can say it on the back where it was made.
Dave Evans.
Skip it to Dave because he already gave the price of the Who, so move on to the LG.
Dave Evans said Doug Sachs master the Who's Next.
Did Doug Sachs master the Who's Next? Let's see if there's... Dave Evans, what 3 initials do you need in the dead wax to have a Doug Sachs?
LBE.
No. But I don't know if he put TML in these pressings or not. There is no TML. There's the MG. A1, B1. There is no TML.
LGG said, if we talk about anthology, we also have to remember Jeff Lynne.
Jeff Lynne from ELO, Electric Light Orchestra.
Beetle Hair said condition of Who's Next.
Excellent condition. First $125 gets confirmed, gets it.
Records and Trend said, hey Frank, I have a trivia for you. What was the first song the Beach Boys released?
What was the first song the Beach Boys released? My guess it's Surfin'. Is that right?
Give him a second. Like I said, it takes a second, so just do the
PWC said Paul was nice enough not to argue against Jeff Lynne producing Free as a Bird and Real Love despite his dislike of that style.
Yeah, he stayed out of George's way. George brought in Jeff Lynne. But Paul was doing his best to get along with George Harrison, and George Harrison was doing his damn best to get along with Paul McCartney.
Frank, you're correct.
Oh, sir, did I get it? I got a. What did I win? What did I win?
You win a high five.
Huh. I got the trivia question right tonight. Wow. From the chat. That's pretty cool. All right, here's some other things I got in. A Who, Quadrophenia. This is the, when you have this green label like that in stereo tape, these were only available to the Columbia House Tape Club in the early 70s. The best audiophile reel-to-reels that you can get. These are made from the freshly made master tapes, 1972, 73, Quadrophenia.
Ivan said he has the UK anthology. So
All right, all three of them?
Yeah.
Way to go.
He got the chance.
So this the Quadrophenia reel-to-reel that was only available through the Tape Club, which all these stereo tapes, I've sold 2 XL on Main Street for over $1,000 before. The price on this one is $300, and it does have the original lyric. If I can get it out of here. Lyric sheet in it for Quadrophenia. 1973. Another great album by The Who.
And Barbara, don't forget how we have a small girls club. I think you said Barbara, but maybe...
Yeah. Barbara's one of ours females.
Yeah.
We need to get some more... the only way we can get some more younger females is I got to talk more about Chapel Roan or something. Show me the 5 givers there. So on the island online site now, these 5 pressings are sold out. If somebody's interested in getting all 5 of these of the giver, they're all factory sealed, made in the Czech Republic. This is the, what'd you call her? The investigator, right?
Yes.
The investigator, the lawyer. This is the one that sold out the first. The plumber. The hard hat. That's a construction worker. Sorry, Chapel. The plumber and the dentist. And I messed up last week when I didn't go after that Chapel outfit that she wore at the Grammys Met. Is that not the Grammys Met? What do you call it? The Met Gala? Met Gala in New York. She was dressed up like David Bowie. It took for 2 weeks, about 5 people to put it together. And went for $10,000. Can you imagine what it will be worth someday, one of her outfits? Maybe I can get one of her future outfits in another auction.
The Little Beatles Corner said, and Barbara, don't forget about
we
her.
We did that when I did that. And then Barbara's, now you need to read Barbara.
Put that down.
She said a small but mighty girls club heart emoji.
So these are some Betamax and some video disc. Because I showed Laserdisc last time. Video disc of the complete Beatles from 1982. Who bought all the rights to the complete Beatles? We've already answered that many times. Paul McCartney.
Oh, she looks pretty.
Doesn't want anybody to ever see it again. He wants you to see the anthology. He doesn't want you to see the complete Beatles. There's a lot of good interviews in this of... they got Jerry and the Pacemakers. They got Neil Aspinall's in here. George Martin. Narrated by Malcolm McDowell. This is a great documentary. Here's a Police that's never, I don't think, ever been released on DVD. Police Around the World. Got a lot of good videos, and I think there's some live tracks on this also. Rick Beato says the Police is one of the top 5 groups that has so many streams by the young generation that this group will go into the future. Them and Guns N' Roses and Led Zeppelin and the Beatles.
Workers in Trance said, "Don't tell Mikey, but the Beatles song I hate is Yes It Is."
Yes, it is. That's a what side? What is the B side? Yes, it is. What was the A side of the single that Yes, it is was the B side? 1965. What was the A side? One of my favorite Beatles songs of all time.
Oh, I know what it is. I forgot though.
This is a way the complete Ed Sullivan show was released before they did the official release on Betamax. These were kind of underground videotapes, but they were really good quality.
Help,
Nope, you're
Ticket to
close.
Ride?
Ticket to Ride.
said Uncle Paul.
Uncle Paul got it.
Well, a few other people did after.
This is Mrs. Brown, You Got a Lovely Daughter, the second movie the Herman Hermits did. What was the name of the first movie the Herman Hermits was in? And the Betamax of the complete Beatles. The Betamax tapes were small, so they had to put it into a bigger box so it could be beside the VHS copies.
PWC said Paul won't allow complete Beatles, but allows Magical Mystery Tour to be used in medication commercial.
Yep.
Polly said, "Hold on."
All right, let's show a few more things. I still have a couple of these. One of these is on my eBay store. Show me my pink. eBay STICKERMANIA 2853 eBay store. Kevin from Kevin Records sold one of these last week. Only 2 more of these in Louisville. Almost like perfect condition. Looks like a record was never in it. You got the glue lines on the sides. If you don't have the glue lines, you don't have original authentic. This is the way the Oldies label by VJ was sold in record stores in the Christmas. This is the last VJ product put out. The Beatles would wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Have 2 of them left. And that's on my STICKERMANIA 2853 store. I think I sent an offer out on $150. Have 2 left.
That's a lot of money. Records in Trance said, "I think it's odd that they mislabeled Yes It Is as being on 8 Arms to Hold You."
8 Arms to Hold You was the first title of the Help movie. And that's why it's on the record label. But it was misprinted on like that for 10 years.
Hot to go. Good luck, babe.
We talked about the Ringo album. What else you guys want to see? The White Album. I'm meeting local Dave tomorrow. He bought my 3rd White Album I've sold from Holland, which according to all the UK experts is the best audiophile pressing of the Beatles White Album. And these are expensive. I sold a couple of these, I think, on my YouTube channel, and this one sold through my eBay store. And you gotta have that light green label with the mistake for glass union on the label instead of glass onion. And While My Guitar Gently Weeps is misspelled.
Workers in Trance said, "Hey Frank, can I see that copy of Songs, Pictures, and Stories that you have?"
Yeah, I'll show that next.
And then T-shirt Express said, "Frank, I sent you an email on the Sgt. Pepper Cowboy."
On the what?
Sgt. Pepper Cowboy.
Cowboy. Oh, on the
Faceless Cowboy.
faceless. Thanks, Polly. Polly, I need to get some more shirts for Roll Up and Watch STICKERMANIA. You have to let me know how much it is for me to get them made in, so I can give a couple away here on the live chat. All right, anyone here see any other things you guys want to see before I close this out? This is the song pictures and stories. Somebody put one of these up the other day on eBay that had the banner for the Cow Palace in San Francisco, and it sold right away. They didn't realize that made it worth about 3 times as much. And I've seen people that sell these on eBay where it has that edge wear on the top. They take a black magic marker and they try to repair all that wear. The Stan the Beetle Man sold one of these once. He had one that was in perfect shape, and he sold it for a couple $1,000s. Mono, they have some that have the blue stereo on the top, and then there's about 5 or 6 of them that have the banner for the different concerts. There's one for the Cow Palace, one for the Gator Bowl, one for Forest Hills, one for the Boston Gardens, one for the Cincinnati Gardens. But do you know that all those ones with banner, they were sold in record stores 2 weeks after the Beatles were in those towns. They weren't made until after the show was over.
Teacher Express said, send me the Magical Mystery Tour. Barbara said, I love my STICKERMANIA t-shirt and records and
What am I sending to?
Teacher Express, the Magical Mystery Tour.
What's he want, a Magical Mystery Tour?
I don't know. He just said, send me the Magical Mystery Tour.
Maybe the album.
Or maybe he wants to see it.
This is $400. I don't think you're talking about this. The audio fiber.
Unless he's sending you $400 worth of shirts.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Are we trading for I can't do any trades on that baby. These are too hard to come by. $400 firm on that. That's near mint condition.
Okay.
No trades on that baby.
Records and Train said, also, is it weird that my copy of Songs, Pictures, and Stories has an oval label?
How many shirts are you looking for is what he wants to know then.
Might trade them for a lot of shirts. Do you want me to do that? I don't think I should. Those are too hard to come by.
Let's just talk about it later.
You'd rather pay, yeah.
I better not make a quick decision on that.
Yeah, we'll have to think about it. He'll let you know.
So you have an oval label on this. That's pretty cool. They were throwing any kind of label they could on these because this is a 45 label on this one with the VJ brackets. What's the key? You gotta have Beatles above the spindle hole. And you gotta have the green on the rainbow rim. The fakes do not have this green right there. And Beatles is below the spindle hole.
Uncle Paul said no, they just put introducing the Beatles on the jackets. And Moonbeam Skies said hi.
Who did?
Moonbeam Skies.
He says $13 a shirt, so figure it out. So, alright.
We'll think about that. Abbey Road. Haven't shown my Abbey Roads in a while. And I do have some Abbey Roads.
That would be about 30, 31.
31.
Yeah.
Somebody was interested in this Australian pressing of Abbey Road with a -4, -3. And they asked me about that, and I said that is made from the same metalwork as Harry T. Moss pressing from the late 70s. Tom Port thinks this is the best pressing, but I like the 1969 first press from the United Kingdom, made from the freshly made tapes, -2, -1. And I like the 1973 French contract pressing when Abbey Road was closed and all the master tapes were sent to Paris for only like a 6-month period. So anytime you get a pressing that says Made in France, pass P-A-T-H-E on the top of the label. If it's made in 1973, you got something made straight from the master tapes. And this is the export that was sold for $2.50 in a military base. But it's also a UK -2, -1 with a misaligned apple. This cover is in better shape than this one, but this one sees a little different tint. But this is the nicest original laminated cover I've ever had in my lifetime. You can see every little detail of the cars and the traffic being held up in the back and the 28 if on the Volkswagen. That car still exists somewhere. It's been restored, worth several $1 million, that Volkswagen. That's my Abbey Road. What else do you want to talk about in the last 5 minutes?
Jeff Coley said hi, Frank.
How you doing?
Definitely have a lot of new people showed up today.
That's great. We appreciate we got some new people. I don't know what it took, but that's great.
It took you shutting.
Oh, be good.
Rolling Stones, Led Zeppelin finishes out. I showed that last time. Led Zeppelin. First two presses of Led Zeppelin from the United Kingdom. The turquoise, very expensive. They always go for about $1,500 or more every time they're on eBay. The PB bought a Nimbus Supercut Sgt. Pepper, but he hasn't said what he's paid for it, but I'm sure he paid a lot. And then the second pressing of Led Zeppelin from the United Kingdom with the orange instead of the turquoise. But they both have audiophile pressings on the records. They got a red and plum label. And it says on the bottom, Warner Brothers and Jewel on that label. What does it say on this one? It says Warner Brothers and Jewel, but they're side by side. Where on this label, there's one on top of the other. That's the Led Zeppelins, and then the Rolling Stones. These are all 3 sealed. 1978 Some Girls, the very first pressing. Who is George Harrison next to on this bottom here? I think he's next to Ronnie Wood. If you open it up and saw the inside cover. 1980. The next one is Tattoo You, pretty sure. Factory sealed Tattoo You, Waiting on a Friend and Start Me Up. The younger crowd loves this Tattoo You cover. That is Mick Jagger there on the cover.
How much
Keith Richards.
How much for the Abbey Road?
The Abbey Road, the first press in the United Kingdom, is $250. It's on my eBay store.
Ivan said, I have the Abbey Road second 2K issue, late 1975, beginning 1976. Is that a good version?
Of what? Which versions you got? 1975?
Late 1975, begin 1960.
What's the matrix? Is the matrix -4, -3?
Look, this is the side A and side B, he said.
Where is it at?
Right there.
He's got a 2U and he's got a -4. That's a good one. That's before Harry T. Moss recut it. So that's made basically from the original metalwork, but it's about 5 years old. And then this is the factory sealed black and blue. Which came out first, you Rolling Stones freaks? Tattoo You or Black and Blue? My guess is that Tattoo You came out first, but I could be wrong. This is a factory sealed black and blue with the heart sticker on the back.
Everyone give a like.
Give a like.
Or Frank will beat you up.
Did we show everything that
So
I had?
Dave
to
Evan wants to know the matrix on the turquoise.
Turquoise.
We showed everything.
Turquoise. That's the one on this record right here. I think it has a uncorrected matrix. A1. A1 and a B, B4, A1, B4 with an uncorrected matrix.
Black and blue was 1976.
So black and blue came first and Tattoo You was the last one.
So
Good job. Thanks
John
for
H
answering.
said black, and then Moonbeam said black and blue was 1976.
Black and blue was 76 and Tattoo You was 81. Is that correct?
Yeah.
All right, I think that's it from Louisville, Kentucky.
Have a nice night.
Thanks a lot. So we talked about that. Let's go out with a little. Kevin from Kevin Records says this could be one of the. He thinks there should be a warehouse find of these somewhere, made in Spain or something. He doesn't understand why none of them ever show up. He said it's one of the rarest pieces he's ever seen in music memorabilia.
Goodbye. See you.
Moonbeam said great
Wednesday.
stuff as always. Black and blue came first, and then yeah.
All right. Thanks a lot. From Louisville, Kentucky, we'll see you on Wednesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Thanks a lot. See ya.
Goodbye.